Hi guys, it's Mrs. Dean with your weekly update for week 3. So for math this week, we're kind of continue with multiplying fractions. This time, we're going to be multiplying fractions by fractions. Last week we just did fractions by whole numbers. And then we're going to be learning how to take a mixed number and turn it into an improper fraction. So opposite of what we did last week. So on Tuesday, you're going to be working on 7.6 reteach. So it looks just like this. So if you notice at the top, it teaches you exactly how to do the problems. And then below it has some review problems. And don't forget, if you can get on for Zoom meetings, you can have a cell phone. You don't have to have a hotspot or internet at home. As long as you have a cell phone that can access the internet, you can access these videos, you can access the Zoom calls. So if you have a cell phone yourself, you could be getting on in the mornings, 11 o'clock every day this week and every day next week for sure, okay? All right, on Wednesday, we're gonna just keep reviewing how to multiply fractions by fractions. So then you get practice and homework 7.6. So there's some problems on here that'll be a little bit different. One, the story problems. I ask you this all the time in class, what are we learning? Well, right now we're learning how to multiply fractions. So do you think that they're gonna ask you to subtract? No. Do you think that they're gonna ask you to divide? Have we learned how to divide yet? No. So remember, when you get to those story problems, don't let them trick you. You are multiplying. There are a few problems, 8, 9, 10, and 11, that are marked as algebra problems. So basically what they're doing is they're giving you a variable. So for example, the one says 7/8 times C. Well, many of you are thinking, I don't know what C is. Well, if you look right beside the problem, right here, it says C equals 8. So if C equals 8, you just plug it in. So C equals 8. And from last week you learned all we have to do is put a 1 under that to make it a fraction. And then you can keep multiplying through to find your answer. So don't let that scare you. It's actually telling you what the variable equals. So all you have to do is take the letter out, put in what it equals, and then solve just like you would any other problem. So don't panic about that, okay? All right, and then on Thursday, oh, real quick, on this one, you are doing 14, the right problem. I know sometimes we skip those. This one I do want you to think about, and I do want to see thoughtful answers. So try to answer this one. So Thursday, we talk about changing mixed numbers to improper fractions. Why? Because I've always said to you, don't leave it improper. Why am I going back to improper? Well, next week we learn how to multiply mixed numbers. When we multiply mixed numbers, we have to change them into improper in order to multiply them. So that is why we are going this route. So as I've been giving you, you have a couple examples. It tells you step for step on how to solve. And then on the bottom, you're gonna complete rows 1 and 3 for practice. So you're converting mixed numbers into improper fractions. Not too bad, I promise. It's actually pretty easy steps. And then on Friday, we've been trying to do review for the week on what we went over. So on Friday, again, you'll have another worksheet like this. And you will have 4 problems that are multiplying fractions by fractions, and then the bottom 4 problems are turning mixed numbers into improper fractions. So that's it, guys. That's it for the week. Not too bad for a 4-day week. I hope you guys all had a really great Easter. Next week, we're going to continue with multiplying fractions. It'll be kind of the end of our multiplying fractions unit. We're going to do some real world type problems next week. So my goal is for next week, I am going to actually be teaching and doing the worksheets with you during our Zoom meets. I want to say it would be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week off the top of my head. So next week, plan on being there for Zoom meets. Absolutely, if you positively can, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because I will actually go through and do them with you because they are all story problems. And it's a review of all of multiplying. So it might help you out if I do it with you. And that way, if you have any questions, I'm there to help. So kind of be thinking about that. It's going to be kind of our end to multiplying fractions. Then we head over to dividing fractions. Don't worry, promise, it's not very hard either. Remember, adding and subtracting fractions is worse. So, all right, I hope you guys had a great week. I will see you at our Zoom meet tomorrow. Take care.